We got a lot of Halloween Kills news to catch up on. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Halloween update. I don't do these as often as I should. There's been quite a bit of mostly casting news to come out, but some other little stuff too, and I always like to throw in some little anecdotes of my own in these updates. I'm gonna rank the posters, but I'm gonna do that in a separate video, because if I tack that on this video, it might take too long. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm gonna rank the Myers actors sometime soon, because October is coming. It's coming soon. I can't believe it. This year is just freaking flying by. So I'm getting excited, really getting excited. Now, the latest news that really rocked the internet was, this is a big one too, actually, for me, because I never thought this would happen. Lindsay Wallace herself, Kyle Richards, is coming back. And you know what? I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised, because, again, I've said this in the past, with how much money Halloween 2018 made, it's no surprise that a lot of those original cast members might start cropping up. We even heard news that Charles Cyphers might be coming back. That's still in the rumor mill, as well as Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins has expressed interest in actually coming back to the franchise. I would totally be down for that, because if anything, give us his mustache. But Tom Atkins is the man, so I would totally be happy for that. But for some reason, they're not letting the cat out of the bag with the Charles Cyphers news. I know that it's just a rumor for Tom Atkins. I don't think anybody behind the scenes actually mentioned him. That was coming from the horse's mouth himself, or the horse with the mustache's mouth. If a horse kicks Tom Atkins in the mustache, the horse falls over. But also, this was kind of a surprise. We all remember that they were wanting Paul Rudd to come back as Tommy Doyle. Of course, that did not happen. And I guess I'm kind of glad. If you bring back Tommy Doyle from Halloween 6 and you're not going to reference Halloween 6, then it might confuse some of the viewers, but you know what? The timeline's confusing anyway, so who gives a crap? None other than Anthony Michael Hall, who I've always been a big fan of, actually. He's actually going to be playing Tommy Doyle. He's a good character actor. He's one of those guys, you know, of course, everybody remembers him from all those John Hughes movies. He was hilarious, actually, in 16 Candles. He even had a part in The Dark Knight. So I think he'll be a serviceable Tommy Doyle. That one scene in, I believe it's 16 Candles, where he is completely shit-faced, one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen, especially of the 80s.
Check this shit out. Listen to what she did to me. She
Kneed you in the nuts and called him faggot in front of everybody.
No. She did what? Bitch needs your nuts?
bitch need my nuts, bitch. I'm not playing with y'all either, man.
I think he said something about his balls being pushed halfway up his ass, but other than that, he's perfect. I'm paraphrasing. Now, on the production front, filming is set to begin. I believe we're in September right now. Let me look. Yes, today is September 1st. So yeah, they're going to be filming this month. So we're going to be seeing a lot of production photos come out. Those first images of Myers are going to be hot. Going to see a lot of those YouTube updates on that one, for sure. So we watched the movie, Dave McCray, Wolfman's Got Nards, Jimmy Champagne. Get your cameras ready. I got mine. Also, just for gee whiz, I was looking around. This picture of Sandy Johnson, who played Judith Myers in the very first Halloween, looks strikingly similar to Andy Matichek. But, you know, the two characters are related in the franchise. So I wonder if that was something that they noticed, because she does look very similar to her, actually. Or if it was just kind of a happy accident. Also, this is a big one for me. John Carpenter himself is coming back to score. I'm sure that Cody Carpenter and Daniel Davies will be jumping in there too. But the score for Halloween 2018 is the best thing in that movie, aside from Michael himself, played by James Jude Courtney. I think it's probably, as a composition, you know, a full meal of a score, it is probably the best in the franchise. Maybe next to the first one. As a matter of fact, I was watching Hellfest again the other day. The first time I've watched it since seeing it in theaters. And one thing that was strikingly lazy about that movie was the score, because they kept using the same cue in like every freaking scene, every time you saw the killer. Whereas in like Halloween 2018, there's just so much variety throughout that score, you know? I mean, you got the Shape Hunts Allison, you got the Shape Burns, of course the iconic intro, but there's a lot of moody music there too. That's what you want to do with a score. You know, you want to give the audience a lot of variety to work their way through the story. And Carpenter understands that. He did such a great job in that score. Also, speaking of John Carpenter, he did mention that don't expect Halloween to end after Halloween ends, because it's a cash cow right now. And you can bet that these next 2 movies are gonna make a buttload of money. And so my question for you is, because I always like to give you guys homework, if these movies make a buttload of money, which direction would you like them to go? Would you like them to just reboot the series, start anew? Or would you like them to bounce off one of the other sequels, like say Halloween 6? I'm really curious because continuity-wise, like for instance, I was talking to a coworker today. I was at work today, and his daughter, her favorite movie is Halloween 2018. And I was like, oh really? Wow, that's interesting. He said, I'd like to get into the franchise. What are there, like 4 movies? And after 5 minutes of gut laughing, I told him, no, there's actually 11 movies. And the continuity is so all over the place that you could throw a dart at any movie and watch it. That's how crazy it's gotten. So, of course, they're gonna keep going with the franchise, you know, because I love Michael Myers just as much as you love Michael Myers, and we always want to see more Michael Myers. Also, shout out to Brandon Tabbato. He's actually doing his, I think he's calling it the Halloween Deluxe Cut, where he's going to combine Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 together into one movie. And he shared like just a little snippet of what he's doing on Killer Flicks, and it looked really interesting. He actually added like some score transitions there between 1 and 2, which is really cool. So if there's any more information about that, I'll definitely post it in the comments. And he might have something on his channel too. Brandon Tabbato, just look it up. Halloween Deluxe Cut. And as you know, I actually have my own cut of, I call it Halloween the Whole Bloody Night. And then I got my Blue Myers cut. And then I got the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 cut, which is not something that I have actually told you guys about. And really just because it's nothing to brag about, all I really did was take the theatrical ending and I placed it on the director's cut because I hate the director's cut ending. Happy 10th anniversary to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That's pretty damn cool actually. And I watched the movie again to kind of celebrate because it is a movie that's gained a big cult following. And I see more and more fans of the movie, and I think if you go back and you look at my Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 Revisited, which is one of my favorite reviews I've done because I actually got to go and visit the filming locations, which was so badass. I really broke down a lot of the things that I like about that movie, how different it is from the rest of the franchise, but in a good way. And I think it just was so jarring to a lot of people. They did not expect a Halloween movie like that, and you know, a lot of people weren't accepting of it. A lot of people still aren't accepting of it. But anyway, guys, I don't know what else to talk about. Sure, there's gonna be, I guarantee you, as I'm recording this right now, there's gonna be another hot Halloween kills news. You know, it's just gonna drop right in my lap. But you know, I try to cover as much as I can, and I'll give you another update after like 5 more updates drop. And be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays, we do Free For All Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.